Hi, this is Richard Crack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video. And in today's session, I would like to talk about marketing and, in particular, network marketing. The topic is skills you need to build your network marketing business online. Now, this is a very important topic if you want to progress with your business. Now, everything is revolved around the internet. Isn't it true? Especially now with the post-pandemic, or everybody is using the internet to build the business. Now, I remember many years ago, Bill Gates quoted, "If you are not on the net, you do not have a business." That stress how important the internet is. If you are not on the internet, then you are no longer in business. As simple as that. Now, most people go to the internet out of weakness. What do I mean by that? What I mean is this. They will probably say, I don't like talking to people, so I use the internet. So that is the reason why they go to the internet, because they don't like communicating with people. So they go to the internet. That is a weakness. All right. You should go to the internet because you want to improve your business further. That's it. Okay. Now we're talking about high tech versus high touch. Now in network marketing, it's important to realize that you cannot use high tech alone. You have to use high touch as well. High tech means all our technology, online, and so on. But the thing is that if you want to be successful, you also got to combine high tech with high touch. High touch means communicating, meeting people personally, and so on. That is the traditional way of doing it. Okay, but today, of course, with the internet and so on, people are no longer using that way. All right. Now, here we are going to look at skills you need. Whether you're online or offline, you need these skills as well. All right. So it's not only necessary online, but these are skills that you need if you are doing marketing or network marketing for that matter. Okay. Now let's go through this. Number one, you need closing skills. Closing is very important. All right, closing is very important. You can do all the presentation and so on, but if you do not know how to close, then it will all go to waste. Your follow up, your presentation, and so on will go to waste. So you must have the skill of closing. Okay. Now, most people traditionally, after the presentation, they will ask, "Would you like to sign up?" All right, that is the traditional way of closing. Or some of the people will ask, which one would you like, the presentation, okay, the business, or the product? Or some people will just bluntly tell you, can I have your IC card, your identity card, and so on for the signature, for the registration? Okay, so those are traditional old closing method, which I don't think will work nowadays. All right, people are smart nowadays. Okay, so what I can share with you, that closing is very important. And here is one important question, one important strategy for you if you are closing prospects. Rather than asking them all the traditional questions, just ask them, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? And keep your mouth shut, that's it. All right? They have to answer you, where do we go from here? You're not asking them whether they want to sign up or they want to join you, but you're asking them, where do we go from here? What do you do? What do you want to do after this? Okay? Ask questions. And remember, answer a question with a question. One of the best objection, how to handle objection is to answer a question with a question. Okay? So that's the first one, closing skill. Number two, you need recruiting skill as well. Recruiting skill means doing proper presentation and so on. Okay, but again, when you talk about presentation, the traditional way and the online system. Traditional way, that means you meet people face to face, whether one to one or one to a group of people or in a hotel presentation. All right, those are traditional way. But today you can do online presentation as well, especially with the internet, with using technology like Zoom. You can do a presentation online. It's as simple as that. That means you don't have to see people face to face, and you don't have to travel as well. I can do presentation to people in Australia, in Thailand, or in India for that matter. just by sitting in front of a computer using technology like Zoom. Okay, so closing skill is very so recruiting skill is very, very important. Recruiting skill, right? So you must learn how to do it properly. Okay, how to do a proper presentation is important. I don't want to go into detail about how to do a proper presentation here. Number 3, listening skill is very important. You got to listen more than you talk. Remember, we are in a listening business, not a talking business. A lot of people talk until the cows come home and until the prospect, decide not to join you. So basically, it's important to listen. The best conversationalists are those people who listen. All right. According to the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie quoted there, the best conversationalist is the person who listens. That's important. So listen more than you talk. Okay, listening skill is very important. The next, in network marketing, you need to talk to people, even if you are using Facebook. Isn't it true? So you got to talk to people and you got to listen to them. Why do you listen? Because you have to listen to what problems they're facing. Because we are problem solvers. We can only solve a solution, a problem that people have. All right. The next one is you got to use Messenger. You got to chat with people using Messenger. You can download the Facebook Messenger app on your phone and you can chat people even when you are outside using your mobile phone. Same with LinkedIn as well. You can chat using LinkedIn as well. So basically, nowadays communication is very, very simple at your fingertip. At the fingertip, you don't be at home in front of your computer, even on your mobile. In fact, more than 60% of the people are now using mobile to browse websites and so on. All right, so mobile is very important. So use Messenger for Facebook, and LinkedIn will have your own application and so on. Now, the other thing about conversation is that your conversation must be casual. Remember, you are talking to a friend, especially you're on social media like Facebook, you're talking to a friend. All right, so your conversation must be casual. So what you need to do is ask questions. Ask questions because you have to find out about your prospects, whether they need your solution, they need your products, and so on. So the only way to find out is to ask questions. All right. So ask question, and remember, end a question with a question. Right? When you're communicating with people on the messenger, when you communicate with them, you always end with a question. All right. Maybe they ask you something, you answer, and then after that you finish with a question. So question is very important because you want to find out more about them. If they want to find out about you, they can go to your on your profile page. They can check about you. Okay, and if you ask question, remember this: do not appear like an interrogation. All right, because if you keep asking question, then it feels like an interrogation, right? So basically, you got to fill in. All right, fill in and so on. Example A, if you ask them, what do you do, then they answer you. All right, give you answer. Then don't go to the next question. How long have you been doing it? Immediately, So you got to have a feeling. You got to have some feelings there. What I mean by that is that after you ask a question, what do you do? They say, oh, I'm a dentist. Then after that, oh, that's fantastic. Don't ask the question immediately. Then you respond to them, oh, that's fantastic. I got a lot of friends who are also dentists. And then only then, by the way, how long have you been doing it? You understand? Then only followed by the question. Don't keep on asking questions, shooting questions at them. They will get disappointed. All right, they will get angry with you. The conversation, what you call the conversation is to find out their needs. That's it. That's the most important thing. You want to find out what they need, whether you can fulfill their need or not. Okay. Now, ask questions. Important to find out about what your prospect need. You got to ask questions. Keep asking questions. And what sort of questions should you ask? Open-ended questions. Open-ended question require your prospect to answer and continue the conversation rather than a closed-ended conversation. What do you call closed-ended question? Closed-ended question means they have to reply yes or no. That's it. That's the end of the question. So we want to use, open-ended question. Remember this: 5W, 5 wives, and 1 husband. What does it represent? The 5 wives are what, where, when, why, and which. All right, and the husband is how. So that's how you remember it. Okay, very simple. I make it simple for you. Now, you see, a lot of people, especially in network marketing, they make the mistake of trying to push the program to other people without knowing their prospect. You must remember that not everybody is interested in what you are doing. Not everybody is interested. That's why you got to, preempt them. That's why you got to ask questions and find out what their needs are. All right, don't push the program to them without knowing them. I mean, especially on Facebook now, every day I get people asking me to befriend them. Okay, I accept the friendship. Then you know what they do? The next thing they do is that they ask you. They start with how are you? What do you do? Then after that, throw to you their program. Okay, have you heard of this? Blah blah blah. Hey, come on! Before I know you or before you know me, you are pushing a program to me. It doesn't work that way. All right, you got to build a relationship first. Okay, so remember, don't push your program to others without knowing who they are or what they do. Okay, probably most of these people who ask me to be their friends, I accept their friendship. They don't even know about me. They never even look at my postings or what I do, and so on. They just throw at you, hoping that it sticks. That's about it. That's a big mistake. All right. And the last thing I want to share with you is, have you heard of NIR? NIR means nothing in return. That means when you are on social media or online, what you need to do is have the mentality of nothing in return. All right, nothing in return. Just provide massive value to people. That's it. Massive value to people. Like, I'm doing this Facebook Live. All right, Facebook Live I've been doing for more than 3 years now. I don't have anything that I'm going to gain from here. It's a mentality of nothing in return. I just am giving value, and I hope that people appreciate that. All right, so it's important that you got to provide value, especially on social media. You want to brand yourself, you want to create trust. The only way is to provide massive value to people. Okay, so when you befriend people, remember, don't push your program or your product to them immediately. I mean, if people do that to you, you like it. I'm sure you don't like it, right? I mean, I have been involved with this for a long time, and I realized that a lot of people are making this mistake. And you know what happened? I just don't respond to them, or I will unfriend them. That's about it. I mean, you're on social media. I know everybody is on social media to try to build a business, right? Correct. But there's a proper way of doing it. Build relationship first. That's the most important thing. All right. Just like a simple example, you meet a girl on the street, right? On the street, right? And then without knowing her, you ask her, "Would you marry me?" You get a tight slap on your face. Isn't it true? You got to build a relationship. You get to know the person first. As simple as that. So on Facebook or social media, it's the same thing. You got to build relationship first without throwing, your offers to them and so on. Okay. So I hope that you learn something here. All right. In fact, this is very important. Skills that you need to build your network marketing business online. Using online is very important. Okay. Now, what are the skills that you need? Let me summarize for you. You need a closing skill. All right. Closing skill is very important. Recruitment skill, and the skill to listen to people as well. Listen more than you talk. Okay, remember, you need to talk to people. You got to communicate with people. So use apps like Messenger for Facebook, and for LinkedIn they have got their own application and so on. Okay, and when you ask questions, you need to ask questions that are open-ended questions. Remember the 5 wives and 1 husband. Okay. One of the most important mistakes that people make is that before building a relationship, they throw their products, their programs in front of the prospect. This is very bad. Okay. And remember, the most important thing is giving value to your people. NIR, nothing in return. Have that mentality. Do for the sake of helping other people, and you'll be richly rewarded, my friend. So that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something here. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. So today is already Friday in Malaysia. All right, I wish you a pleasant weekend. I'll see you again on Monday for another session of my live video. So this is Richard Quack from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.